Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Deadly B7 with 1194 rating versus OLID Danis with 1106 rating. So it's going to be another high rated DB video, and let's hop right in. So we're going to see Deadly B7 win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And he's going to get to decide. 40 versus 40. Gotta love to see it. He's going to go first. Opening hand is Durendal, DDR, Fire Flint Lady, Nib, and Boots. So even if he was going second, he'd have one hand trap. That's always good to note. Then going first, he has combo. Then he has Desires, Ash, Circle, Desires, Warlords. So he only has one hand trap too. Being Ash, and that's obviously not gonna stop Infernoble's full combo. And then the rest of his hand's pretty decent, honestly. He's gonna normal summon Boots, special summon Fire Flint Lady. And then he's gonna go for a Soul, effect to add. That's gonna add Gearfried. And then effect to send. He's gonna send 4, chain Ash Blossom. And then Boots is going to grab Shade. And then activate Durendal. And that's going to grab Oliver. And then discard Gearfried. Bring out Oliver. Go for Needle. And then Needle effect. It's going to bring out 001. Then goes into the Mecham Phantom Beast. Effect, bring out some tokens. And then 001 bring itself out. So I wonder what combo he's going to go for. He makes Power Tool, because there is like VFD combos. There's just usual end boards where you make like Herald, Savage, Charles with a pop. But he's going to get to add Durendal there. And then add back Blade. Activate Shade. Mecham Phantom Beast effect. It's going to tribute 2. Bring out Colt Wing. And then use that effect. Bring out tokens. 001 bring itself out. Then make Savage, and then use that effect to equip Needle, DDR, that's going to bring out Oliver. I have no idea what combo he's going for. Make Shooting Riser Dragon. Alright. You could send Red Layer. Yeah, that would work. So he's just going to end on Charles here then. Yeah, go into rolling effect, and then make Charles, Oliver to equip, and then end phase, send DDR, add connector, and then equip Renaud and equip Durendal, and probably only plays one Gearfried. You really only need one. So he's going to have a pop and a negate and then a nib. And I like that he's equipping Renaud. This card is so good to equip when you have Durendal equipped too. Because next turn if this dies, or like this dies, then you get to bring out Renaud, get to add back, and then you have a follow-up. Like so many follow-ups. Draw Spinny. It's going to activate Circle, and that's going to add Gazelle. And then activate Desires, banish 10. He's going to chain Savage and negate. So let's look at the banished. It's a Jack, 2 Jacks. That's probably both Jacks gone. A Rage and a War. Or Rage and a Roar. This card is very good. I've been talking about this card for a little while now. If you're playing like a Trap Trick deck, like Zoo Eldritch, and it's not 60 cards, you know, you don't want to run the Shaddoll engine because there's the brick in it. You can just play this card, and this card's like really good versus Drytron. It's pretty much like Cycle Reader. And then activate another Desires, since Savage negated the first one, which you can do because it negates the activation, so it hasn't been activated yet. Draws Debug and Sanctuary. At least he didn't banish Sanctuary. He plays Foolish in the deck. Parallel isn't as bad as it used to be. This card used to be really bad because everyone was main decking 3 Nib, but now that most people aren't main decking Nib, you know, besides like him, Parallel is usually really good now. It's going to normal summon Bug, that's going to add Foxy. And then on res, he's going to roll and equip, Charles effect, pop debug. And then activate Sanctuary, discard Spinny, Gazelle bring itself out. And then Gazelle effect to send Will. Make Bailings, Spinny bring itself out. And then he just goes into like woof, woof, add back Will. So this is just going to play in the nib like really hard. Bring out Gazelle and Foxy. And then go for, I want to say like Link Karibo. Right here, and then add back. Oh, he's going to go into a Link too. Go, yeah. It's a dark for the access code, and then you want to add back right here. Wolf effect, add back Gazelle. Always want to have the good follow-up Salad in hand. Go into Splash, and then use that effect. Bring out Debug. Turn those into Update Jammer. And then make Transcode. Effect, bring back. Then go into Access Code. And then Gang Attack on Resolution, drop Nib. If you don't do it there and you wait for him to start banishing, then he could pop Durendal. And that's just something you don't want, so you just drop Nib here. And then Durendal bring back, run out effect, that's going to add back DDR. Discard Gazelle, bring out Foxy, beat over the Renaud. Main phase 2, set Warlords pass. So I really like that play that he did right there. He was kind of forced to. Makes it so that way he can not be locked in the rocks, and his opponent will be locked in the rocks. Draw Connector. It's going to activate Warlords on the standby. Then activate Durendal. That's going to add Red Layer. Then Tribute, set, banish, add Blade. And then DDR, bring out Charles. And then Charles effect the pop. It's going to let him pop Foxy. You sure it works with DDR? Yeah, because the special summons back and then equips. I actually made sure on that one with the judge a little while ago. Attack directly, equip Oliver, and then end phase, equip Durendal with Charles effect. Not playing OG Air in his deck, or he'd be equipping it right there to keep him safe from DDR. Which makes sense to not play it if you're not playing a lot of, Infernobles. You're playing like one Renaud. You'd have to open up like multiple search cards realistically to get to it. Draws Falco. Okay, so he's gonna have to like Foxy, discard Falco, pop DDR, Falco set Will. Then he's really in a good spot. Yeah. Oh. Did he just not Foxy effect? I mean, GG's, you just lose now. Wow, because he could have just like done that, popped. Like he has his Salad engine going, he has his Infernoble stuff going on, he has DDR, but if you do it this way, you just get stopped. Falco, set Will, and then rolling effect, equip, pop Will. Did he just not pop Will? Deadly. He's definitely doing the Hulu DB combo right now. He has to be, because that was just such an obvious pop. I mean, if they have one card that lets him keep going and you have one interruption, I mean, that sounds like the perfect duo. But now he's like really doing good. Bring out Gazelle effect. What does he have to send? How many targets does he have if he's thinking? I mean, he can't have that many. Yeah, he's going to send Spinny. Wow, still had another Spinny in deck. Effect, bring itself out. And you can't really be complaining because, like, he really did have the out for all of this. Make Wolf, and then go on the Banelings. Wolf effect. That's going to add back Ash Blossom. And then turn those two into Heat Leo effect. It's going to shuffle back Oliver. And then on Resolution, he's going to equip Roland the Charles, and then Charles effect to pop Warlords. Make Heat Leo effect, shuffle back Durendal. I mean, you really do have to shuffle this back because you don't want him bringing this out, and then that's just going to add DDR, which is going to be Charles again. Heat Leo, make this have low attack. 300 attack. So then he's going to take 2,000 from that. Should gain 300 there. There's just nothing with 0 in grave since he added back Ash. Yeah, you just want to be at the right life points. Draw Cloak. Normal summon connector effect, chain Ash, and then flip Red Layer. So he just has a soul here. Add, and then he's going to get to add Knight. But if he really does only play one Renaud, which I assume he would, then this is going to be rough. Yeah, bring out the Fire Flint Lady. Because if he had another one, he could have just like summoned DDR, and then it's like super easy to find his way to game. I mean, this still isn't hard depending on what he plays. Like if he plays Access Code, then it's just game here. Because he just effect, tribute, special, effect, send Plague. Plague bring itself out, Unicorn. Unicorn can even spin back if he wants to. Then just make Access Code and that's game. Makes Unicorn effect, that's going to shuffle back Will, and then Cloak effect to add Torn Scales. Wow. It's just an interesting game. He could have also, like, when he had Red Layer up on board, he could have roll an effect to equip and then attack over just to, like, banish Banelings from grave and do some damage before going for this. But now this is looking, like, really bad for Infernoble. This was, like, an unlosable game at one point. Draws Roar. Heat Leo effect, make it 0, because now he does have Ash Grave. And then poke over, set Roar, pass turn, draw Droll. So he's main decking Droll and Nib so far from what we can see. So 6 hand traps and 40, potentially. He's going to set Torn Scales, pass turn, draw Parallel. Like, you can't go for the deck out, because eventually he's going to draw the Will that you Unicorn back. Draw Plague. That's a good draw. Draws Desires. That's a really bad draw. Heat Leo, beat over. Set, pass turn, draw Heritage. Like, he has a lot of extender cards here, but do they even work? Like, does he... Or no, Oliver is back in deck. You got Heat Leo. That was about to be like, does he even only play one Oliver? Is there a chance of that? He's going to set, draw, pass, draw Will, and then that's game. Because that can just be used. Effect, just bring back anything he wants. Bring out Gazelle, bounce to the Falco, bring itself out. And then normal summon, Heat Leo effect. He's going to make Falco, whole bunch of attack, 23, and then battle phase, attack for game. That was a long game one, actually. A 27-minute long game one, or 26-minute long game one. But now going on to game 2, we're going to see Deadly B7 go first. Opening hand is Plague, DDR, Durendal, Nib, Aqua Dolphin. It's crazy because this card is just so good. I think this card could have actually been banned over like Smoke Grenade. I generally think Aqua Dolphin's better than Smoke Grenade, like in almost every single way. Except for like Smoke Grenade's searchable off like Infernoble combo. But did you guys really hate Infernoble that much? I mean, they were only a deck for like 4 months, and now they're just. I mean, they're still a deck. I mean, he's top rated right now. This card's crazy. Can't believe this card stayed and Smoke Grenade went. He's gonna use the effect, get rid of Plague, hit Droll from hand. Not saying that this card should have been banned, but this card's definitely better than Smoke. Now that he knows the hand, there's no hand traps. So now he can just full combo. I didn't even go over his hand. Droll, Spinny, Debug, Parallel Jack. It's not really going to matter too much now, because pretty sure that he can just go for VFD combo. I've seen a lot of people game 1, they'll put up the negate board in case they're playing against a trap deck. And then they'll see that they're playing against a deck that can combo. And they'll just go for VFD. Add Gearfried, and then he's going to send 3, bring out Torn Scales. This is really good. I think this should pretty much be in everyone's list. Just because it helps play around hand traps. Especially like against like the good players who hold hand traps after a sold. And then this can punish. Special Summon Boots. Then he's going to go for Appaloosa. And then he's going to use Boots effect. That's going to add Shade from deck to hand. And then Torn Scale, bring itself out. Put back DDR, bring out Plague. And then Plague plus Torn Scales makes Needle. Bringing out 001. And then Mech from Phantom Beast, tokens, 001. And then go in the Power Tool effect. That's going to reveal. Oh, he's going to add back Phoenix Blade first. And then go in the Power Tool. And Power Tool is going to grab him a DDR. And then Mech and Phantom Beast effect, Tribute 2, bring out Colt Wing. And then effect, bring out tokens, 001, bring itself out. Then he's going to go into a Herald of the Arclight, DDR, bring out Plague. Goes into a Charles. Plague, bring itself out, and then banish for Trish. Yep, this is make VFD. This became like more standard, weird enough. Like to go for VFD game 2. Just seeing so many people do it now. But even just like the negate board would be like really good here. Like if it was like Savage, Charles, Herald, Appaloosa with follow-ups. Then pass turn, draws Lady Debug. Not what he wanted. Yeah, gets it with VFD and just moves on to the next game. No way he's winning that. And now moving on to game 3, we're going to see Salad go first. Opening hand is Nib, Lightning Storm, Durendal, Heritage, Lightning Storm. So this is insane. Well, like if he drops Nib, then this is dead, but it's a nice hand. Then he has Debug, Gazelle, Foxy, Rage, Droll. This is also just a good hand. Alright, you know what? We had a very like back and forth game 1. Even though Deadly B7 realistically could have won it. And then we had game 2, which was just Deadly B7 full comboing for game. And now game 3, we see a good hand from both players. Hopefully it'll be a good game. Hopefully no like big misplays. Foxy, oh that grabs him Roar. His hand's just like so good now. Make Banelings. Like if the Droll was something better like an Ash, I feel like this hand would just be like too good. But Droll will be good versus like this hand. He's gonna get Banelings, Gazelle effect, add Sanctuary, Gazelle, send Falco, and then Falco bounce. And people go for like the biggest boards in this deck when you just don't need to turn 1. You can simply just do this. He's just going to set Roar, set Rage, pass turn, because that's all you need to end on. Yeah, there's no point of doing more. This is the amount of summons you should be doing. Draw Torn Scales. Activate Lightning Storm. He's going to chain Roar to that, and then Lightning Storm, and yeah, he's going to Rage pop the Lightning Storm, and then Falco Gazelle effect. That's going to let him set Roar, and then Gazelle effect the send. Jaguar. I mean, none of this really matters. Like, none of that provides, like, an interruption. Normal summon Torn Scales, effect, discard Nibs, an Ancient Cloak, and then Ancient Cloak, that's going to add Boots. And then he's going to drop Droll, and then he's going to drop Boots. Makes a Sold, effect Ascend, dump 4, bring out Armageddon Knight. It's cool because, like, even with Droll, just Blade's still going to add itself back to hand so many times. Effect, Send Plague. I remember back when, like, Shared Ride was used against this deck. Or not this deck, but Goki. You know, Soul deck, same thing. And it was so good. It's going to make Unicorn effect on Gazelle. So that's interesting. Is he... I don't know what he's planning on doing here. He's going to banish 2, add back Blade. And then Torn is going to bring itself out since this is banished. And then Plague bring itself out by putting back Durendal. Go for Needle. So that's a cool way to get Torn out. Even if you're under Droll, you just Blade banish the Boots. And then Needle is going to bring out 001. Turn those into the Mech and Phantom Beast. Effect tokens. And then bring out 001. I feel like I've said this so many times this video. Then he's calculating. I mean, if he... Let's see, he's going to go in the Power Tool. And then Colt Wing, tokens, 001. Okay, so... 5, so that's 3,000, that's 25 over, and then 16, yeah, that's game. So he has game by a little bit over. Battle phase, attack over, and yeah, it's just game. Even if there was another Banelings engrave, I'm pretty sure it was just enough. Yep, he's gonna attack with 16. And wow, that this is a weird board to OTK with, but the 001 plus the Mech and Phantom Beast boards cannot be hated on. I used to, like, well, what was the board? I forget. It was like Savage, 001, and then the Mech and Phantom Beast and the Synchro Eldritch deck. I feel like I attacked for games so many times with that end board. Can never forget this card, Gang's Attack and Defense. This card's crazy. Used to play this in the Necros, Klee. I don't even know what deck it was, but there was Necros and Clean, and I remember that. There was another engine in it too. But it was a very good match, I think. Getting OTK through Droll, Rage, Roar. Obviously, the double Lightning Storm had something to do with that, and then the top deck Torn Scale was really nice. But that's going to be it for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. The DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day.